of Expose Yourself. As you can see, Shelly and I are getting into the Halloween festivities.
Happy Halloween! Halloween's not till technically tomorrow,
Yes.
but it's Halloween month, so we should just wear our costumes for the last 3 shows. But
Yeah.
oh well. Well, we're your hosts, obviously. I'm Shelly.
I'm Danielle.
So yeah, so we have an exciting week this week. Last week we had the ballroom dancers on, and they taught us a few moves, which I don't know if they were very good, but we're gonna have to show them off down at tango night, salsa night, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
I need a lot of some other confidence to be able to do that, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, so today we have Isaac on, who is a guitarist. So tell us a little about yourself. What year are you? What's your major?
I'm a freshman right now, an undeclared major, but I'm going to be transferring probably to UW-Oshkosh next year to major in recording technology, so like recording music and stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
And where are you originally from?
Stevens Point, Wisconsin. It's like an hour north of Madison, if you guys know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know. So, how did you get started into being a musician?
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you start early? Did you play guitar? Did you play other musical instruments, or how did you start?
Right. Well, when I was like 10 or 11, my dad got me this really crappy little like ukulele thing. It was like $15, like some yard sale or whatever, and I figured out how to play like the national anthem or something like that. And my family's like not musical at all, so that was kind of just like whatever. And I picked it up like an actual guitar about a year later and started playing stuff like Green Day and like really simple stuff and like punk and everything. And I was like, yeah, I'm a rebel. And then
and that was probably when Green Day was huge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you probably learned a lot of this stuff like that just by ear, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now it's like it developed into like a lot more like broad, like mature music. So I listen to like a lot of like progressive stuff, but jazz and bluegrass and folk and pop and everything now.
So what attracted you, what instruments do you currently play then?
Guitar is my main instrument. I do sing a little bit, and I program drums for my music, so drum a little bit and bass.
Okay.
So a little bit of everything, but mainly guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to learn all of that stuff, like learn to play guitar, learn how to program
music and everything like that? It's a pretty constant process. Like I used to record with a friend back home, and we would like fiddle around with like an electronic drum kit. We'd like make music, and but I'm always like learning stuff on guitar, and I think from that he taught me a lot of like recording on different like systems and programming drums or whatever, and that's pretty like self-explanatory. But I've been playing guitar for like 7.5, almost 8 years right now, and it's just a pretty constant process. So I'm always learning new things.
Okay. So at least for my middle school, we had like a guitar player in our actual band, and would do some songs. Did you do any band classes, like contribute to them at all?
Yeah, no, I just forgot about this. I played trumpet for like 3 years in my high school band. And
I did too.
Yeah, so that was like,
good for you.
And it was my dad's, like, it was pretty gross. It was my dad's trumpet from college, so it was really like rusty and just gross. But
gross mouth.
Yeah, so that was like my formal training on like theory and stuff. And then I got more into guitar and took lessons and everything like that. And so I don't really know a whole lot of theory. I just kind of do what sounds good to me. But yeah.
And then you said that you worked with someone to teach you the programs. How old were you at that time?
That was pretty recent. I was probably like 16 years old or whatever. And my friend Ethan and I, we just record drums. Then he found this program called Superior Drummer, which is like the best of the best kind of thing. And then I got it, and from there it's just kind of I just like enter it into my laptop, and it's really easy. So that's what I use.
You said you started learning how to play like some Green Day songs.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone else that has inspired you?
Green Day was like my first thing. Like growing up with my dad, I always listened to like a lot of jazz and blues and stuff like that. And same with my mom. And then got into Green Day, and then I got into the band My Chemical Romance. If you guys know about that.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like super into My Chemical Romance, and like I loved them. And then a couple of my friends introduced me to bands like Periphery, Animals as Leaders, Between the Bear and Me, like a lot of very like advanced like musicianship guitar-based songs. And I didn't like it at first. I thought it was just like, I was like, what's this music? And then like once I really started listening to it, I really like saw the musicianship behind it, and like that's what I wanted to do.
Or and see the like complications behind it. And once you like know the chords and like the chords that they're actually playing, I'm sure it's like you have a whole nother level of appreciation,
yeah,
right?
It's different, but yeah.
Yeah. So is there anyone at this current moment that you kind of like try to, like a certain type of music or anything that you lean towards, or something that you particularly enjoy?
Yeah, mainly like progressive metal. Like my solo project, Bone Gardens, is mainly like a progressive metal stuff. So like a lot of like that. It's like metal, but it fuses a lot of stuff of like jazz, jazz fusion, rock, and like a lot of like weirder elements of songs and like more like experimental kind of genre. And I'm sorry, what was the question again?
The type of music that you.
Okay. So yeah, that, and then I also do like a lot of like acoustic and indie stuff, which is what I sing for. But mainly like a lot of progressive stuff. So I write heavier stuff, but I actually listen to like a lot of lighter stuff.
Okay. So. And so do you have like acoustic guitar as well, or anything? Any other instruments?
Yeah, acoustic guitar, and that's like more like for fun, I guess. But I do more heavy stuff, I think.
Okay.
So when you're creating these songs, do you pull some like rhythms or melodies from other songs, or just like strictly experimental for you?
Yeah, I think like experimental like does like take stuff from other songs. So like I'll just kind of fiddle there with the guitar, and like I won't want to write anything, and I'll just come up with something. And I'll be like, oh, that sounds cool, and kind of go from there, and then it kind of will develop, and I'll usually track it on my laptop up in my dorm, and put drums to it, put bass to it, and then just kind of go like riff by riff or track like part by part, basically kind of just put it all together. So usually I like songs that have a lot of variety and not a whole lot of like repetition or like order.
Like continuous,
yeah, exactly.
like most of the mainstream songs and stuff kind of do have that repetitive or.
And like that stuff's like fine, but I think for my style, I like more like musician oriented stuff, I think.
Right, more unique style. So I think we're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about your music and your vocals and whatnot. So we'll be back after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Blanks. Ha ha. Ho ho. Hee hee. Ho ho. Hee hee. Ho ho. Hee hee. Ho ho. Hee hee. Ha ha. Ho ho. Hee hee. Ho ho. Happy laughing pumpkin.
Sitting on your lawn. Wants to tell you something. Listen to his song. Ho ho. Hee-wee. Ho ho. Hee-wee.
Pumpkin has to leave now.
Lest he decompose. Bouncing down the sidewalk. Laughing as he goes. Ho ho hee hee. Ho ho hee hee wow. Happy Halloween. Pumpkin. Mr. Pumpkinhead, ladies and gentlemen, on TV10.
Well, welcome back. We're here with Isaac, and we have a few more questions about your music.
How long does it actually take to produce one of your songs?
Unfortunately, it takes probably at like a good rate would be a month, and that's really fast.
Oh my gosh!
And like, because now with college, like I'm busier and stuff. But when I was in high school, it still took me like even over the summer. I busted out like an EP, like a 5-song EP, in about 3 months, and that was like crazy. And now it takes me about like 2.5 months per song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long are your songs?
They vary a lot. I like longer songs, but mine tend to be like around like 4 to 5 minutes, and I try to have like one longer song in there to kind of make more like ambient
Right.
moves, I guess.
Okay.
Right.
So you had mentioned that your individual project you addressed was called Bone Gardens. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that and how you came up with the name and like what the project? Because you described it as a project. So what exactly does that mean? Is that like a combination of all your music, or is this a certain aspect?
Okay. Well, yeah. I guess to me, like the term like band is more for like a group of people, and I'd feel like weird saying that. Yeah, I'm in a band, but it's just me. Like kind of that I feel like I feel lonely, and so I think project is just a more like politically like correct term. But yeah, the name it's a kind of like a long like deep story, but basically like so I wrote like a lot of music and recorded it, and I was like, I should like make a name for myself kind of thing, and just to make it easier. And I'm really into like philosophy and like a lot of like more critical thinking, and I'm really into like I guess like the humans like relationship with the earth, and so I was thinking in like about how a garden is kind of like what someone makes to like someone manipulates a garden to make things for themselves, so like grow crops, make it like pretty for whatever. Then like they have total control over this garden, and so they're like essentially like a higher being, I guess, in that regard. And then I thought that was just like a really cool kind of concept. And then bones is like it's what we wouldn't live with. We would like live without them, or we couldn't live without them. And so a garden of bones is kind of like something that's sustaining us, and just like this kind of like deep thing about it. And I just thought that was a kind of cool notion, and I was actually going to use it as a song title. But it just became
nice.
Yeah.
A bigger thing than just a song.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's pretty cool though, because some people, just say, hey, it just came to us, and that's as good as the best thing. But that's awesome that you have like a background story behind it. So
why did you decide to become a solo act?
I don't know. It just kind of happened that way. Like I don't really know. Like I know I have a few friends that are like more musically inclined. Like my friend Ethan plays guitar, and a few other people, but. It's always been hard to like have like a full band, I think, at all times, and it's just easier for me, honestly, because I have control of everything. I can do the drums how I want, I can do the guitar as I want, I can sing how I want, and it's just kind of easier that way, I think.
cool. Yeah. So you never had like a want or desire to be in a band or anything? You're just kind of like...
Yeah, like when I was littler, I was younger, I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to go and be like Green Day or whatever. And,
right.
My friends and I I have like a few projects going on, but with like only one person. So I think it's just easier, honestly, just because I'm just lazy or whatever. And maybe someday it'll become a band and I'll perform or whatever, but now it's just kind of my stuff.
Well, it's also like, it's kind of cool that you came to college and you're kind of doing your own identity thing. And before you even get, like you said, you could go into a band later on, but it's also cool that you have your own identity and are figuring it out, like your own style.
And you can say that this is what I did instead of, this is what everybody else did.
Yeah, it's definitely more work, but I think it's
Yeah.
Do you perform anywhere? No.
I haven't actually. Like yesterday, I thought maybe I could do a thing where like I have my laptop like set up and I could play along with the track and do like a Q&A or something afterwards. I don't know, but I just don't have the resources right now, I guess, to do that.
Well, I know that even like you could perform on Water Street. I mean, you can't take all of that, but you could still like perform somewhat, or even you could go in towers and perform. I mean, people who are watching would probably come and watch too. So
yeah, I was thinking about doing some acoustic stuff in the cabin, maybe like singing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. Isn't there a place on Water Street that has like open
House of Rock?
Yeah.
House of Rock. A lot of performers who come here are performing there now. So that'd be a good place to start too. So how can people who are interested in your music, or how can people find out more about you and your music?
Well, I have a Facebook page, facebook.com/bonegardens, and then so that's where I'll like post stuff and keep people up to date. And then, but where I started out was bonegardens.bandcamp.com, and Bandcamp is just great. Any artist can put up anything on there. If you have like one song, you have 1,000 songs, just put it up there and have people listen to it. So. And
is that like a profile too, and then has your songs, or?
Yeah, exactly. It's I think pretty much just like a music section. So.
Okay, cool. And I also saw a little shout out to us. I don't know if you noticed that you're going to be on TV10. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great. I love it. I love the shout outs.
So through that Bandcamp website, do you connect with other people that are kind of doing the same, like similar things as you, or is it?
No, that's just pretty much. It's like just for music kind of thing.
Okay.
But on Facebook, like, I follow like all my different artists that I love and stuff, and I'll like be like, oh, I love that song or whatever. And sometimes they talk back and it's cool. So it's usually Facebook.
Great, good feedback from people who, and I noticed you do have quite a few likes on your page, so
Yeah,
that's even a great
hopefully
start,
more.
you
Yeah.
know. So is there any other way that people can find out, like, besides that? Do you have like a Twitter account or anything where people can follow you as well?
No, pretty much just Facebook, and Facebook is like the main thing, I guess. And
Right.
I judge how many people listen to my stuff based off how many likes I have. So that's a good like thing. If you go and like it on Facebook, then I get a good idea of how many people are listening to my stuff.
Right. Yeah. So you said that you're gonna be transferring to Oshkosh. Are you gonna try to get your music down in that area, or also get it started here and plant the seed and then both?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get it out there as much as possible. I want to do Oshkosh because I'm gonna be majoring in recording technology, so that's like production of like bands or my own music or like movie soundtracks or whatever, and like, that's really what I want to do and get my music out there through that too.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, Isaac will be performing. Do you want to give us a little quick idea of what you're performing and when you worked on it? And
I'm going to be playing a solo off of my EP Fusiforms, and it's from the song Omega, and it's a little 30-second solo that I came up with, and I really like it. And that song took me a good month and a half to work on. So.
Okay, and it's just a short 30-second
just a
little synopsis of your music, so that'll be great. So we'll watch it when we come back from the break.
Everybody dance now. Everybody dance now. Everybody dance now.
Zombie Craig, everyone likes Zombie Craig.
Guys, nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger. Craig.
Everyone likes Zombie Craig.
Hey Craig, could you give me a hand? Craig, you're such an asshole.
Everyone likes Zombie Craig.
Hey Craig, could you keep an eye on this? Wait, never mind.
What? You think I'm incompetent or something? Zombie Craig, everyone likes Zombie Craig.
My name is Isaac. I have a solo project called Bone Gardens, and this is a solo off the song Omega off my EP Fusiforms.
Blanks. Ho ho, hee hee, 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 ho ho, hee hee,
Happy laughing pumpkin.
Sitting on your lawn.
Wants to tell you something. Listen to his song. Ho ho, hee hee, ho ho, hee hee.
Pumpkin has to leave now.
Lest he decompose.
Bouncing down the sidewalk. Laughing as he goes. Ho ho, hee hee, ho ho, hee hee, wow.
Happy Halloween.
Pumpkin.
Mr. Pumpkinhead, ladies and gentlemen, on TV10.
Wow, that was
Amazing.
That was really awesome, actually.
Yes. That must have like taken a lot of time.
How long did it take you to like learn playing the electric guitar and then to actually feel comfortable writing songs?
Well, I wrote songs off the bat. They were terrible songs. But, like I was like, oh, I'll put my fingers here. Let's play that. And I was like, ah, sure. And it was all like Green Day-esque. So it was like 3 chords, and I thought it was really cool. But stuff like that, it's just playing every day. I mean, like I don't practice. I play. Like I think when you have like a passion for something, whether it be like music or art or whatever you're into, like it just kind of comes naturally. And yeah, so that I mean, I've been playing for like 7.5 years, so that just kind of I learn every day, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely don't think I could do that.
No. I was watching your fingers and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I could even do one chord to just.
I can't even get my fingers to like reach them.
Right. I knew how to play like a few Taylor Swift songs, but there's no way I could play.
Yeah.
Like that.
No.
Taylor Swift is easy. Right? Have you?
Not
that you've probably
really
tried. So when I learned those songs though, I went online and looked at the chords. Is that how you learned like the Green Day songs and stuff? You found out the chords, or did you kind of play it by ear?
I think at first, yeah, I did like I don't know how to play Green Day stuff, but like now I do a lot of stuff by ear. But even like a lot of stuff I listen to, I could never figure out. So I usually look at the tabs online or whatever, and I usually get that. But I don't really know too many songs besides the stuff that I write because I write a lot of music. So.
Mm-hmm. What are you currently working on now?
I'm actually working on a new EP. It's called Vital Fragments, and it's a 4-song EP, progressive stuff, and it's about 20 minutes long. And I don't want to give too much away, but that'll be coming up in a couple months, I think.
Okay, and that'll be on your site that you gave us before on the
bonegardens.bandcamp.com and Facebook/bonegardens.
Okay, and you'll probably update it and
definitely
keep people aware of when it's coming out and whatnot.
Yeah,
cool.
definitely.
And us aware, obviously, now that we. Okay, so we do this thing at the end of every show.
Okay.
And we do, it's like 5 minutes of questions, but it'll probably only be a little bit of questions.
Okay.
And it's just like, we like to get to know our guests. And yeah, so it's just we spew off questions. Most of the time we can't think of any, so they're going to be just completely random.
Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
All right. You ready?
You answer as fast as you can. There's like, you can't really have time to think unless
Yeah.
it's a really hard question. But, all right. So who's your favorite band right now?
Between the Buried and Me and the Deer Hunter. Those are my 2 favorite bands.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Electric or acoustic?
Electric, more or less.
What other instrument would you love to learn how to play?
The drums, like exclusively.
What's your favorite animal?
Chimpanzee.
Superpower.
That I would want to have.
Yes.
Invisible.
Favorite childhood kid? Favorite childhood show?
SpongeBob and still my favorite show.
If you could travel back in time to any era, what would it be?
The dinosaurs, so I could ride a stegosaurus. I don't know.
If you could have any car in the world, what car would you have?
Corvette.
Any vehicle in the world? How about that?
Flying Corvette.
There you go.
Your favorite class?
Currently philosophy.
What's your favorite teacher ever?
Ever in the world? I had this high school teacher, Mr. Wood, and he was a history teacher, and he was awesome. He was
What's the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you?
Oh, that's a lot of stuff. I fell a bunch in high school just walking in the hall. I just fell.
You're just clumsy?
Yeah, I don't even know. I just fell.
Well, you're not clumsy on guitar, so it's a blessing, of course. If you would rather pee your pants in class or trip and fall in class, what would you do?
Trip and fall.
But what if you break your face?
Then I'd probably pee myself. That's
a really good answer. I never would have thought of that.
Favorite sports team?
Do you have one? For football or
whatever? Any
Giants for football.
Okay.
Yeah. Favorite sport to watch?
Football, probably.
If you could have any color hair, what color hair would you do without being judged?
Without being judged, do purple, I guess.
Okay, I think the most important question is, and I'm sure there are ladies out there that want to know this. Are you single?
No, I have a girlfriend of over a year and a half, and she's awesome.
All right, sorry, ladies.
Where does where's she from?
She's from Stevens Point and moved to Utah, and I was back in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin.
Oh. Okay. Who's your childhood crush? Like celebrity or person?
Clarkson.
Wow, that's different.
Don't know why. Just thought of it.
Different. What's your favorite TV show now besides SpongeBob?
SpongeBob or Family Guy, I'd say.
I think we're coming down on a minute. I'm getting the signal from over there. So.
All right. Well, do you have any last things that you want to let your audience know? Anything that they should be looking for? I mean, you said an upcoming
EP
project. Yeah. So, anything else that you want them to know?
No. I mean, just share it with your friends, get the word out. I love just sharing my music with people.
Look on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, Bandcamp, all that different stuff.
Yeah, nice. Well, thanks again for being on the show.
And
I'm sure if you come up with some more stuff, we'll be glad to have you on and show you off a little bit.
Awesome,
yes.
Thank you.
All right.
This has been another episode of Expose Yourself.
And tune in next week for a rapper.
Yeah.
Maybe. And if anyone wants to come on the show, let us know. Our emails are around campus, so let us know.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Be safe.